Right, hello. Yeah, I've owned this BMW now for well over a year, and I've put on coming up to 15,000 miles on it. It's the second of my bikes since having my bike license. So I thought I'd do a little bit of a sort of review on it, of how I'm getting along with it. It's a BMW R1200GS on a 2005 plate, so it's over 10 years old. It's 11 years old now. But it's done less than 30,000 miles, so it's had a nice easy life, and it's been very well taken care of, and it looks and feels that way. I mean, it really is a beautiful bike, and I'm very impressed with it. Yeah, I do off-roading on it, I do touring, I do commuting to a certain degree, and I use it as an everydayer. I do take good care of it, but like with the off-roading, you know, I am going to get proper use out of this. This is why I went with the whole sort of GS range of bikes. I had the 650 before this, which I didn't really get on with. It's because I'm quite tall. It was just totally the wrong bike for me. But I absolutely love the 1200. So yeah, there isn't a great deal I don't like about it. I've had various issues with it. It's got the HID headlights, the conversion. And I've been on the GS forums and all that, and you do get issues with them. Quite often when you turn the bike on, they won't work. So you'll have to turn it off, turn it on again. You might have to do that a couple of times, but they will work then. I have actually taken apart the wiring, and it came apart in my hands the first time, so I re-crimped and soldered them. But I'm still having trouble, so I think the next step is to put a couple of resistors in line, see if that sorts it out. So that's a niggly, annoying issue, but that's about it. I can't really think of much else I don't like about the bike. The seat is a little bit fiddly. The rider's seat is a little bit fiddly to get in. You know, I'm really picking hairs now. But yeah, I mean, it's a big, quite docile, comfortable bike. A lot of people, you know, don't like them. A lot of people like them. It's BMW's biggest selling bike, so you know it's a popular machine and a capable machine. But yeah, a lot of people don't like them, and I can sort of understand why. You know, if you're a bike purist, you know, there's a lot of things about this bike that you know you don't like. They don't like the ABS, all that kind of stuff. You know, the sort of boringness of it, the boring BMW-ness of it. Which is what I like about it. You know, it's a predictable, boring bike, you know, to a certain degree. It sounds, you know, the sound on it is very muted, you know, very civilised. The big flat-posed twin delivers a linear power characteristic, so, you know, it's not going to suddenly come alive at 6,000 revs or anything like that. It's all very predictable and German. But yeah, I love it. It's you know, it's what I want from a bike at the moment. You know, that may change, I don't know, but certainly at this point in my biking career, it's what I like. You know, I like off-roading, I like touring. Yeah, so it does me. I'll take you through a few modifications that I've made to it to facilitate various aspects of riding, from off-roading to touring. So I'll start at the front. Put on a few of these things, these mobile phone sort of platforms, so I can carry. I tend to carry a power bank on this if I'm camp touring, because I've never got any mains, so I keep power banks on these, and I charge them with this. I've fitted just a standard 12-volt socket there, and a voltmeter, which is quite useful. I have got the Garmin Montera GPS, which is very good. I've also fitted on the temp unit, so it's got a wireless temperature sender on it. But yeah, very nice unit this. It is a standalone GPS unit, but it's also an Android device, so you can load up apps and all that kind of stuff. It's a really good bit of kit. I've got a camera mount on here. I tend to use these RAM mounts, but I don't use that much anymore because I've just bought a new helmet cam. and I've also fitted on, for those of you who'll notice here, that certainly wasn't put on the bike at the factory in Germany. I've fitted on a couple of these high intensity red LEDs that act as fog lights, if you like. This I've just finished now. I've mounted on, I did have before, this was massive, and it was a bit ugly, so I used to put it on for touring and then take it off again, but I wanted I wanted a permanent fix, so I've cut it down dramatically in size. This lip on the back is brilliant because you can put any size bag on you like, strap it round using these cleats that I put all the way around it, and it's absolutely rock solid. I've fitted on some of these riv nuts or threaded inserts, 4 of those, and I bought a top box which I'll put on it in a minute and show you, because I don't particularly like using the panniers. That's one thing I don't particularly like about this bike actually, although I understand them. It's got these Vario panniers and they're a bit of a pain if you're using them every day, you know, for work kit, commuting and that, but they're brilliant. They're side loading, which is a bit of a pain, but it's the only way they can get away with having this, you know, this variable system work. So they are good, but I'm only going to use those for touring. I don't really like riding around with them daily, so I've mounted a top box for that kind of stuff. So yeah, this thing, brilliant. That's probably my biggest modification to it. I haven't quite finished it yet. I need to grind down these little bits around the rim and then fit like a rubber thing to go around just to tidy it up a little bit. But yeah, it's brilliant, that is. It's absolutely rock solid. I have bought these brackets. I bought it from a Givy mounting system. I didn't need the rest of it, I just needed those brackets. So it is absolutely solid, that is. And yeah, like I say, I bought a cheap but very good. It looks pretty good. This top box here, 30 quid brand new. It's a 49 litre. It's massive. But it doesn't look too cheap and nasty, so I'm quite happy with that. And I'll put it on in a minute and show you, but that just bolts in with 4 bolts straight onto there, and it gives me a cavernous amount of room. You know, I can put my laptop bag and all that kind of stuff in for going to work, shopping, jacket, everything, helmet, everything just goes straight in there. So yeah, I'll chuck that on now, and you'll see what that's all about. So yeah, that's the old top box on it. You know, this is not Givy, it's a bit cheap and nasty, but it doesn't look too bad. You know, the plastic is reasonably good quality, and it's sort of in keeping with the rest of the bike. It's not, you know, I don't believe anyway that it looks like it looks cheap and nasty, so I'm quite happy with that. And you know, it's 30 quid. If you wanted a Givy one, 49 litre Givy, it costs you 200 quid ish. But yeah, I'm happy. I've just modified it slightly so it just screws straight into that plate that I just showed you, and it is simplicity itself, and that is my everyday setup now. No tank bags that I've been pissing around with, panniers, or you know, strapping things to the plate on the back. It's just top box, nice and simple. So yeah, yeah, very happy with the Beamer. I've had a few things that I've had to do to it. I had to change the head bearing. I've changed both these indicator switches. It's quite a work of art actually if you take these things apart. I mean, they're dripping with BMW quality, but the micro switches are a bit fiddly to replace. But I've had to replace both of those now. The right hand one went not so long ago, and literally a week later, on a 10-year-old bike it was at the time, literally a week later the other one went, which might tell you something about BMW component sort of tolerances. I was quite amazed. But yeah, I serviced it about a month ago now. Simplicity itself, because you know, obviously the engine pokes right out at you, so it's you know, half an hour, oil and filters and plugs. So yeah, I'm loving it. Yeah, like I say, I'm very happy. I'm not looking for any other bike at the moment. I probably will in the future. But yeah, I like the bike, and I like the you know, the style, the adventure tourer. and that's something I want to get a little bit more into. But yeah, we'll see. So yeah, cheers for watching, and take care and safe riding. See you later.